picture's really small from my end. I mean, I can't even make this out, to be honest with you.
All right. I think what we'll do is I'll show my whiteboard then, okay?
Okay.
And we'll
that's
skip
fine.
yours.
That's fine. That would probably be helpful.
Took a lot of pictures, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I just wanted a few to share when I came back, so
Nice.
thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to go
It
off.
was beautiful. We had really nice weather.
I'm going to go off of Linda Gribbles because we couldn't figure out which ones to show. This is the one that I put together ahead of time. Open board. Now you should see my whiteboard now. I'm gonna get off of mobile completely. And these are the ones I picked out. What I'm going to do is, I think you can see these are the pictures with Sister Margaret Mary in them, right? I don't think I need to talk about her, Sister Margaret Mary, and there's one of her friends there.
Some woman with Linda.
There we go. Okay, so this is great. So this is obviously Chuck with Sister Margaret Mary. The woman to my right, her name is Sister Elaine Schindler. Her brother, she came from a family, I think it's with 8 children, and obviously she's Humility Mary like sister. She's like Sister Elaine. I don't think I've ever met her before. Very nice woman, but because at St. Bernard's for many years we knew him as Father. His name is Father Paul Schindler. We always knew him as Father Paul, and he had a great devotion to the people in El Salvador. And when he retired, he said he wanted to go back there and live out the rest of his life, which is actually what he's doing now. This is his sister, and I was really glad I was able to meet her because it wasn't until too long ago that I even realized he had a sister that was Humility Mary, and this was like the first time I got to meet her. So she was just very nice, very nice sister. Very, it was just an honor to meet her. So anyway, so this is at the supper the night before the race. So this was I was very glad to meet. Very nice woman. So that was Friday evening. Chuck and I got in about 15 minutes apart. I was then I think around 5:45, and Chuck came in a little bit after me, and so we had the dinner was all ready for Chuck, and we just said this is where we ate as well. So yeah, so that was very nice.
Here's the whole group. This is actually from Sisters in Holy Humility of Mary website. They had they featured the race, but there's everybody there. So you can see it was a lot of people there. Here's Sister Margaret Mary. Do you want to say anything about this photo right here? That's mine. You had one very similar to that. Can you see the? Can you see a golf? Can you see the golf cart? There's the golf. Okay, there's Sister Margaret Mary in a golf cart. At the end of the race, she had to find us because we were so late that I think she got there before. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just show.
Because I kind of sent the pictures to Chuck. I didn't put them into a slideshow because I wasn't real clear on how to do that. So I guess while we're waiting for the next picture, I can just kind of go over a little bit about the night before the event. So the arrival time was technically we were told to arrive late afternoon because you want to get there before supper ended, and they had mentioned it would be like a high carbohydrate because basically they wanted to get ready for the race the next day, which was fine. And the evening dinner, I mean, basically Chuck had something gluten free, and it was a very nice sized meal with a lot of pasta and sauce. And then I had some sort of a steak. It was kind of like a thin sliced steak rolled up with like a stuffing, if you will. So that was real different. And then green beans and pudding. And then if you want something to drink, I had sweet tea, which was really good. They provided evening yoga. I did not participate in it, but if you wanted to be a part of that, you could be a part of the evening yoga. And then they also offered that as a morning as well. The night before, so Chuck and I were able to visit a little bit, as well as with Sister Elaine and then Sister Margaret Mary. And I think around 8 o'clock, we kind of parted ways. And basically, it's Cindy, if you remember last year, the building that we had stayed in, we stayed in the same building, but this time we were on the first floor. So last time I think we took the elevator up and we were upstairs, and this time it was downstairs. And I was kind of surprised because my understanding was this was the first year they had overnight accommodations for the race, if you will. I don't think many people partook in it. I was surprised because I thought I would see a lot of cars in the parking lot. One thing I really like about the villa is that it's so quiet. It's very peaceful. And when we went in, I don't remember there being a lot of people in the building. I do remember it was really quiet. But when 8 o'clock, like I said, we kind of parted ways. And because I'm a night owl, so I don't put bed early. And so I thought, well, I'm going to stay up for a while. And I actually went out, just kind of took a walk around outside a little bit. But I ended up over at the cemetery, and basically, and I know Sister Margaret Mary knew Sister Mary Cat Leopold, and Sister Mary Cat Leopold was the principal at my kids' grade school. We got to know her real well, and I was very glad that I was able to visit with her before her passing. But I always feel really bad when I go and I see like headstones that are kind of dirty. And so when I walked over, the sun was just starting to go down, and I thought, no, I need to clean